Alright, what's up guys? Everyone having a good time? No, we're having a good time. Most comedians come up here like, are we having a good time? Can't risk it, we're having a good time. Alright, so, everyone have a good Patty's Day? Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. Man, I just love, beer is always better when it's green. Except if you go up there, if you go out, get in your car, drive, get pulled over, you've got green food coloring all over your face. Then it's like, have you been drinking tonight, sir? No, I just gave the Hulk a blowjob. But no. So I used to be a really big drunk texter. That was when I was still quite young and inexperienced, but I've kind of taken that off just a little bit. But I always thought maybe someone should invent like a breathalyzer for your phone though. You know what I mean? So when you're leaving the bar at 2 a.m. and you're thinking about calling that specific person that just lives in the back of your head rent-free. That way you just blow into your phone and it's going to be like, hey, no way, man. You're way too drunk to be sending that text. You better just get in your car and drive home. Alright, so... I understand, I live with this. I am not the best when it comes to social cues. I make a lot of faux pas. And so anyway, a couple of weeks before St. Patrick's Day, I was asking a buddy of mine, he's a redhead, and I was asking him all these questions about what's going on in Tulsa, because he lives up there. And so I was really bringing him the questions. I'm like, oh, what do they do for Patrick's Day? What are the bars like? Do the Max and Arnie's, do they do anything? And he was real nice about it. He told me what they do up there. And so it wasn't until the next day, I was got that anxiety. I was like, dude, did I just racially profile this guy? I mean, I was like, look at this Irish fuck, he'll know. That's like if he was like, Seth, when's Cherokee National Holiday? Seth, when was New Echota signed? I don't know. And so, this other time, a few years back, a few summers ago, I was running around with this redhead girl, and for some reason we ended up in a furniture outlet, and we were in the mattress section, and of all the things I could have said, I said the worst possible thing ever. And so anyway, before I get into this joke, you guys know what narcolepsy is? I'm not a doctor or anything, but it's kind of like when you can't control when you sleep. It's like the basic thing. Well, I got that mixed up with necrophilia. Oh my gosh. You should have seen the look on her face. I don't know exactly what I said, but I was like, oh, we're in the mattress section. This would be a perfect place to be if you're a necrophiliac. And you should have seen the dead, monotone look in her eyes. She's like, what? And then, no, I was like, what? I didn't understand the confusion, and she kind of had to explain to me what that meant. And so I was like, no, that's not what I meant at all. Yeah, I did not see much more of her after that. Whew. Let me see, I think I got one more for you guys. So, it's springtime, right? I'm not sure if it is or not, just based on the day today. It was cold, it's hot, whatever. And so, I was cleaning. I was doing some spring cleaning, and I was cleaning out my medicine cabinet, right? And so, I found some old some anxiety meds that were just expired, and I threw them away even though the bottle says not to. Right? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? So I guess those medicines can kind of end up in the wildlife, affect the wildlife or the animals, or seep into the water or some shit. But I was just thinking, what the fuck is a squirrel on Zoloft gonna do anyway? Is it just gonna balance him out? Is he just gonna get a 9-to-5 job? And instead of collecting acorns, he just has a 401k now. Gosh. And that'd be funny. If a squirrel had a job, it's just 2 days before retirement, he's 62 in squirrel years. And then 2 days before retirement, his life's about to take off. He just gets swooped down by a hawk. Alright guys, that is my time.